First of all, I would like to discuss what is stress and what is anxiety. Two things are different. So, stress is a process which is in the reflection of demand. Something is being demanded by us to do, and that is the reaction, or we can say response of our body in the way of psychological or our behavioral way. And sometimes it results into anxiety. And nowadays, our day to day life is full of deadlines, full of demands, full of frustrations, full of hassles. And it is not always bad to have stress. But when constant pressure or always emergency mode or being frazzled keep an individual at risk in terms of mind and body, I can say. And to recognize these signs and symptoms at proper time and to take steps to save ourselves from harmful effects of this pressure is need of the day, I think. And this stress is of two types. One is eustress and another is distress. And eustress means beneficial stress, either psychological, either physiological. And this term was given by scientist Hans. Eu means good. And stress literally means good stress. Eustress means good stress. And as I told earlier, that stress is body's way of protecting our own self. While doing work, some amount of stress makes us focused, make us energetic, and makes us alert. It increases our concentration while we are doing work or we do study, we do our presentation. Some percentage of stress is beneficial for us, but beyond a certain point, it stops to be helpful. It starts causing damage to our body, to our mind, and as a result, quality of life, productivity, relations, and so on will be ruined. So, eustress term is for positive stress, and distress refers to negative stress. But in routine, what we do in our daily life, we often use the term stress to describe negative situations. And when we are facing some types of stress, as I have kept some pictures that one baby is coming or boy is coming in front of the car with cycle, what will happen? Nervous system responds by releasing flood of stress hormones, adrenaline, cortisol, and they arouse body for emergency action. What will be the action? Like heart become faster, we will be having palpitations, muscle will be tightened, blood pressure immediately will be raised, breath will be quickened, and senses become sharp, right? So what will happen? Immediate break, that is the response, or we can say reaction. And this physical change or strength or stamina speed up the reaction time. The reaction time is increased. And hence, it is, we can say, fight or flee from danger at end. There is a danger and we have done reaction. In the response of stress came in front of us. It is not moving, I think.
It will move, madam.
कैसे जाएगा आगे ये? It is not moving.
Ma'am, you can just unshare and again you can share your slides, ma'am. You can do one thing. Unshare
Okay.
first, then again you can do.
Okay. Yeah, right. So, what will happen in response to stress? That there will be some symptoms, physiological or psychological. In terms of physiological symptoms, heart rate, blood pressure, breathing rate, all will be increased. And psychological, irritability, worry will be increased. And concentration will be decreased. Sometimes people will speak repeatedly, or increased rate of speech will be seen in the people in the response of stress. But what happens? Some people handle this stress differently. So same in the same situation, response will be different in different people. So like chronic stress. Example I gave you, that was the immediate response, or we can say temporary stress. But when a person is in chronic stress or continuous, he or she is facing some kind of stress, and that stress what will do, it suppresses immune system, upset digestive system and reproductive system, increases the risk of heart attack, strokes, speed of aging process also, and leaving an individual more vulnerable to anxiety, depression, and mental health problems. I have quoted this much problems that they may have sometimes weight problem also. A weight will be increased sometimes due to chronic stress. And stress overload. Third type is stress overload. Lot many areas are there of stress, and due to that stress, cognitive symptoms and emotional symptoms will be seen in the patients or in the individual. Cognitive symptoms like memory issues and poor judgment and constant worrying will be seen in the patients who are having overloaded stress. And in terms of emotion, they will like to be isolated. They will like to be alone. And sometimes they remain lonely or feel loneliness. Irritability will be seen, anger will be seen, and mental and emotional health problems will also be seen in those particular individual. And behavioral symptoms. I have kept the photograph of this Shahid Kapoor. In that movie, he was a doctor. He was in a good position. He was not having habit of taking alcohol or smoking, but due to overload of stress, he started to take alcohol. He started to smoke and drugs. Right. In same way, people who are having overload of stress will we can see behavioral symptoms in those patients, and physical symptoms, sometimes pains in body, sometimes nausea, body aches, and sometimes loss of sex drive is also seen in the patients of overloaded stress. But why and how this stress comes into our life or the life of an individual? Major life events are common external factors are from relationship difficulties, financial issues, work pressure, children, families. These are external causes. Sometimes we are having internal causes, like it is my nature or it is the nature of someone, but it is always perfectionist. Perfect work he or she is uh, expecting from others. And due to that, if someone is doing however good work, but not due to perfection, he or she will go into stress or will react in the way of stress or anxiety. Like that, our inner cause is rigid thinking, someone is having rigid thinking or will not have flexibility, so that also they may have or they may face or they may suffer the stress. And some main life, you can say stressful life and top life events, anybody can be in stress due to these events like death of spouse. It is always stressful for everyone. Marriage separation, divorce, imprisonment, or death of any family member is also a stressful condition for everyone. Job loss, like nowadays in corona period, lot many people have lost their job, and due to loss of job they are in stressful conditions. And retirement, sometimes retirement also for someone, not for all, retirement it also a stressful condition for someone, and they become ill after their retirement. But females, although women and men, as all the sources are same of stress, like money, job, health, relations are common causes. But in terms of females, little more unique is a female or females. And for them, we can see different causative factors. Like they are having major life events in their life, like menopause, marriage, like different life events they are facing. Daily hassles they are facing. In the morning, they have to wake up, they have to make breakfast, they have to prepare food for people in the family, they have to rush to the job. These are like daily hassles which males are not facing. Hormonal causes at the phases of menarche, pregnancy, lactation, postnatal period, menopause. In these specific phases, female will face different hormonal changes, or you can say during menstrual cycle or throughout the month, there are hormonal changes in her body. So they may face hormonal changes and that stress. Lifestyle choices are different of females. Mind traps are different than male, so that they are different from the males, and different stress factors are there in their life. At workplace also, some different causative factors of stress are there for females, like leaves issue. So many times they want leave, but they are not getting the leave. Sometimes occupation segregation, male female segregation is there in the job or in company, so they are facing the stress. Salary differentials are not a common issue in the government sector, but in private sometimes there are salary differentiations. Sexual harassment sometimes will cause stress in females, and promotion bias is also sometimes causative factor for females. And I have seen lot many patients due to stress, this much gynecological problems females are facing. Amenorrhea, dysmenorrhea, menorrhagia, premenstrual syndrome also, polycystic ovary syndrome is also having relation to stress. I have treated lot many patients of uterine fibroid. In those patients also, stress is also major causative factor. In ovarian cyst also, you can see one another ways stress was the cause in those patients. And stress is also related to infertility. Sometimes stress creates abortions. Due to stress, female may face premature delivery. After delivery, postnatal blues. And during menopause, menopausal problems like mood swings. And these are the research papers I have collected. Some you can have lot many researches done in this area, that all these disorders I mentioned are having relation to stress. In pregnancy issues, and research findings show that first 2 trimesters are the most sensitive to prenatal stress. Two periods are crucial. First one is at week 10. At 10th week, what happens? Embryo becomes fetus and it begins to move. Vital organs are now solidified. And during that time, brain produces 250,000 new neurons every minute. And this is called neurogenesis. And at week 24 to 30, during this period, nerve cell connections are occurring, and lot many new connections are establishing. And at the time of birth, these connections will degenerate. And this is called synaptogenesis. So due to this changes in her body, you can say physical, cognitive, behavioral outcome, maternal problems like pregnancy-induced hypertension will happen, preeclampsia can happen due to stress, and in fetus, we can see some specific complications like baby will be of low birth weight. Baby will be of IUGR, intrauterine growth retardation can be seen. There can be seen birth defects in the fetus. Sometimes after birth, we can see autism, dyslexia, hyperactivity in the babies whose mothers were having stress during pregnancy. Fetal origin of adult disease, FOAD, is also seen in those mothers who were having stress during pregnancy. So, how to identify what can be the perspective to see these stress-induced problems in the females? So, response to stress is different in every individual as per Ayurvedic principles, that Kapha Prakriti people are having a quality of Kleshasaha, and brain and heart are connected. When brain is having problem, it gives signals to heart. If heart is having problem, it gives signals to brain. So, brain is having waves, and these vibrations or waves are constant, repeated, and having rhythmic movement. And these waves are in having waveform, and that is called as frequency. Alpha waves is having 8 to 13 hertz frequency, and it is found in the state of meditation and daydreaming. Beta waves is having 14 hertz to 20 hertz frequency, and these are found in normal state of consciousness. Theta waves are having 4 hertz to 7 hertz, and these waves are found in high states of creativity and deep state of meditation. And this state is ideal for meditation. And delta waves are having frequency of 3 to 5 hertz. And these waves are found in states of deep sleep and unconsciousness. So, along with Dehik Prakriti, Ayurveda is having specific understanding of this stress or psychological issues in terms of Prakriti. Of course, as I told that everybody is not reacting or not giving response same way due to their Manasik Prakriti. That is Tamasic Prakriti, Rajasic Prakriti, and Sattvic Prakriti. If someone has to give performance or a presentation, for some people it will be a good thing, and for some people it will be a terrified. And this difference is due to this Manasik Prakriti. And Sattvic Prakriti, if you are having more Sattva, you are having Sattvic Guna in your Prakriti, it will help to cope up with the condition in a very natural way, because Sattva gives happiness, harmony, purity, and positive personality. So people having Sattva in their Mansik Prakriti, Sattvic Prakriti, are having purity and knowledge. So they are not having much symptoms, even though having same condition or same situation in front of them. So what can be the management approaches of stress in life? So first principle of Ayurveda is prevention. Prevention is must. Identify the causative factors. What is the cause in that particular life of that particular person? Identify the situations, conditions, food articles that person is taking, and advise to them to consume Madhuras Pradhan Ahar and follow Sadvrit in the life. Nidan Parivarjan, Panchkarma, medicines, and counseling. Counseling is very important thing in female patients, as I follow the ABC strategy. ABC means A means awareness, B is balance, and C is control. We tell the patients to have ABC. Be aware of the situation. Keep balance and control your emotions. How she can do this ABC? By changing thinking, by changing behavior, or changing lifestyle. Sometimes we have to advise them to get organized. Sometimes we have to advise them for time management also. Don't be overloaded. And sometimes I advise my patients that ventilate yourself in terms of writing a diary. Write your diary, but don't read it again. If she will write and read again, she will be in stress again. But she has to need to be ventilated. And to ventilate, don't say anything in front of someone. You write on paper and then throw it. Or you write a diary, you maintain a diary, but don't read it again. That is the counseling ABC strategy for females we follow. And Rasayan therapies and some non-pharmacological interventions also we do as Shirodhara. All the Ayurveda people are doing Shirodhara for the psychological problems or stress or anxiety in the patients and getting results. We are also doing in our patients of menopause females who are having mood swings or insomnia or irritability. In those patients also we are getting results with Shirodhara. And some Medhya drugs also we can advise. My drug of choice are Yashti Madhu and Guduchi. I advise to my patients are getting good results. And Kushmand is also beneficial to our patients if we advise in terms of Kushmand Avle or Kushmand Rasayan also. And other are very common that everybody is using Mandukpani, Jatamanshi, Vacha, Jyotismati. And some classical formulations are also available, but in my common practice, I use Smriti Sagar, Saraswata Brahmi Vatti. And in lean patients, I use Mahakalyanak Grita. And one thing I have observed in my patients that brain gut axis is always there in everyone. That if we feel stress and emotions, we feel something in our gut. Most people have experienced this feeling that in stress or tension, sometimes they are feeling diarrhea, feeling of diarrhea. These gut feelings are the result of stress. Communicated to the gut via bidirectional nerve pathways. But gut microbes also produced GABA, that is neurotransmitter, GABA aminobutyric acid, which helps to control feelings of fear and anxiety. So, what I do in my patients, I advise them to consume pudina, mint. And by that, if they consume mint in any way, I advise them to have pudina chutney or pudina powder in this buttermilk. And in any other way, if they consume pudina or mint, it relaxes the patient. And lot many research is also there. They show that brain improves, pudina or mint improves memory, increases alertness in the females, and help them to relax. And by this mint, body break down sugar to glucose. That is the main fuel of source for the brain. So mint consumption in the form of tea, chutney, or in the form of powder will help the patients to revive or resume from the stress. And sometimes people chew 3 to 4 leaves of the pudina. It also works to treat their headache or nausea, which was due to the stress. So these are the Achar Rasayan, which are mentioned in our classics, that if someone follow this Achar Rasayan, stress, they can keep away the stress from their life, and it is very helpful to resume from the stress or from the anxiety. To follow Achar Rasayan is very much beneficial. And some non-pharmacological interventions, not mentioned in Ayurvedic classics, but I do or I follow, is color choice. What color is best for anxiety? That is blue and blue-green. We all have seen that if we go to buy some shirts for males, nowadays what companies are doing, many companies are selling male shirts almost of blue colors, because blue colors keep a mind calm, lowers the blood pressure, and reduce the anxiety. So attractive colors like blue and pink to the environment will enhance a positive attitude and make a person to be at ease. And opposite to that, black and red color may impart a negative outlook in their mind. And some studies or researches are also done regarding the use of blue color, that in a study, what was done, that people were stressed and then performed relaxation session in blue color light. And what happened? Blue light accelerates the relaxation process in those samples who did relaxation exercise in the blue color, in the presence of blue color, and relaxation time was decreased by approximately 1.1 versus 3.5 minutes. And this was the research done to see the effect of blue color. Yeah. And after that, they have concluded that not all wounds are visible. So be calm, although you are having stress, but in blue light, your wound will not be visible. And another non-pharmacological therapy is mantra. So mantra, when we recite mantra touch the palate with we touch our palate with our tongue. What happens? In the palate, there are 84 meridian points and 64 in the hard palate and 20 in the soft palate. And each sound has a different vibration. And as a result, each mantra has different effect. So in a study, it was seen that if mantra therapy was given to the patients, their theta waves came up to 3.5 beats per minute after the recitation of the mantras. And it was concluded that if a person lives in this frequency for 15 to 30 minutes, they will not have stress. So these are the researches or studies which shows that Om chanting is having beneficial effect upon depression, anxiety, and stress. And another thing is music therapy. What I was doing music therapy or using this music therapies, I was doing that selection of filmy songs for my patients. Previously, there were some cassettes. We were using cassettes. One cassette recorder we were using previously. I think 10-15 years back, I was having many recorded cassettes for different diseases. So for the stress also, I collected some songs, filmy songs for patients, and was giving to listen to for stress. So some raga are Bhatiyar, Yaman, Malkaons, Pilu, Bilhari. These are the ragas which help our patients to relieve the stress. And one specific raga is Raga Todi. And I have collected some songs also of Raga Todi. That Raina Biti Jai is the filmy song. It is of Raga Todi. And Ghar Aaya Mera Pardeshi. That was also of Raga Todi. Pawan Sharma sir is also a very good singer. He might be knowing that these songs are of Raga Todi. And if we tell our patients to listen these songs, it will also relieve stress of the patients. Nowadays, I don't know in new films which are the songs which are based on classical music, but old songs I know that these songs are based on a raga. So, and second thing is spirituality. Spirituality is also known as which relieves the stress of our patients or individual if we follow the spirituality. It effect against depression. And many researches are also being done or have completed regarding spirituality. And Sattva Vaji Chikitsa is our specific treatment therapy of Ayurveda. In this therapy also we improve the sattva. We try to improve the sattva of our patients and maintaining their normalcy of mental health. And another thing, deep breathing, we advise to our patients. Meditation, we advise to our patients. You all know that deep breathing improves mental status of the females or patients. 4, 7, 8. I think everybody is knowing that 4, 7, 8 deep breathing types. And meditation also helps to our patients. And yogasan, I have collected some 4 to 5 yogasan which relieve stress of the patient is Sukhasan, Balasan, Paschimottanasana. Anand Balasan is very good for mood elevator, and Uttanasana, and some are advising people Hasya Yoga. Do laugh. Hasya Yoga. And follow the Sattvic Bhojan. Sattvic diet is very much helpful. And during pregnancy, we advise pranayam to patients. Ujjayi pranayam, Brahmari pranayam, Nadi Shodhan pranayam, and Yoga Nidra. We advise to our patients who are having stress during pregnancy. And one thing, बिंदी लगाती थी पहले फीमेल्स, अब नहीं लगाती हैं. बिंदी लगाना भी एक साइंटिफिक कारण था कि फोरहेड पे मेल भी लगाते थे, जब घर से निकलते थे तब उनको टीका लगाया जाता था. तो टीका लगाना भी जब हम घर से बाहर निकलते हैं तो हमारा स्ट्रेस कम करता है. एंड फीमेल्स हमेशा बिंदी लगाती थी. अब ये फैशन आ गया है कि बिंदी नहीं लगाना है. तो आई थिंक बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ऑल्सो दे आर इन स्ट्रेस. सो इफ वी एडवाइज टीका ऑफ चंदन टू अवर पेशेंट्स, दैट ऑल्सो रिलीव्स stress of our female patients. And aromatherapy, I am not doing this aromatherapy, but people are following aromatherapy or advising aromatherapy to the patients to relieve their stress. And specifically, lavender aromatherapy is known to reduce the stress in individuals. And this aromatherapy brings different effects on people. So thank you very much. I think I have taken my most of the time. Dr. Pawan Sharma is also seeing that she is taking more time. So I have concluded very fast my last slides. Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you, sir.
Excellent, excellent, madam. Excellently, scientifically.